Hi, everybody. Welcome to Creative Pouring. I'm Cheryl. Today, I'm going to make another axolotl, but I'm going to do some dandelions in it. I think I'm only going to do a couple of them. Depends on how many fits. What I've done is I've sprayed them with hairspray, stuck a stick down the center of it. Ah! Okay, I sprayed them with hairspray, stuck a stick down a piece of wire down the center, and sprayed them really good. 5 or 6. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in here. I've already got my eyes in here. Used UV resin to hold them in. Be very careful when you do that because you got these little antennae or whatever they're called around its head, and you want to squeeze all the air out of it, so you hopefully don't have any bubbles in there that will keep them from filling up. Had something in there. Yeah, you don't want any bubbles to get in down into the whatever they're called, gills, horns, whatever they are. Because if you do, you will have some that's not filled up all the way and it looks terrible. Okay. I'm just using some clear Tea Expert resin, pouring some in there. Got them all the way up to the top gills, I believe. Now, when you're pinching it, you've got to be careful. Those eyes will dislodge real easy. And then you'll have the eye in the head. All right. Okay. I'm going to hook that or bend it. And then I'm going to place it in slowly. Try to get him in his head. Don't know if it's going to work or not. Looks like it's trying to come apart. Let's try this other one. That one I want in his body. He's already bent, so push him down a little bit. I'm going to get a stick. And pour it on top of it. What it's doing is dispersing the resin so it doesn't land directly on top. I've only done one dandelion. I call them wishes. My grandson likes to call them wishes. But I've only done one that actually turned out. And it's under my video called A Wish in Resin. So if you want to see that, just go look it up. It's toward the beginning of my videos. I'll put the number up for you. I'll try to link it in the end. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and let these cure. And I will be back once these are cured to put a next coat on it. Okay, what I decided to do, I have one more dandelion. I have this pretty heart mold, and it's pretty thick mold. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put that last dandelion in it. Let me get it cleaned up a little bit. There's a spot or two in the bottom there. All right, let's see. But I have some more resin. I'm going to pour it in. Let's go ahead and carefully put this in. I put the resin in first so it doesn't, it doesn't catch on the silicone and pull it off the stem, hopefully. Get that stick. Try to keep it from floating up. All right, I'm gonna let that sit in that, and then I'll be back to put a back coat on that as well. Okay, it's time for the second layering. What I'm gonna do is move this out of my way. I've got my wire cutters. I'm gonna try to gently pull the wire out. It worked. And I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna cut the stem off because I don't need that stem. Same here. Let's see if I can pull that out. I don't think, there he goes. Cut the stem off. And I'm going to do the same with the other. All right. Now that I've got that done, I've got some resin mixed up. I hope I have enough. If not, I got more. I can always get more. I'm going to use my eye candy. It's a macabre blue-green, just from the sample of blues from eye candy. I'm only going to take a little tiny bit. And let's see, I'll just put you over here for now. And I'm going to take a little tiny bit of my Unicorn crushed crystal. Okay. Unicorn crushed crystal. Stir them up real good. And I just got enough in there, I hope, to make it tinted a little bit of greenish blue. Not enough to make it opaque, hopefully. Just give it a little bit of color. This is for the axolotl. I just wanted to make it have a tiny bit of color. Yeah, it's going to be really pretty after I stir it up real good. Okay, see how it's just got like a little bit of tint to it. Okay, let's go ahead and pour this guy. Always make sure you get it into his toes. What you can do is if it doesn't want to be moving, just get a toothpick or something that is not going to scratch the mold. And I'm not putting this on the bottom of the mold. I'm just encouraging it in those toes. I'm encouraging any kind of bubbles that might possibly be on the edge of between where this meets and the others meet. Not scratching it, just gently dragging it. Because bubbles like to hide in those little corners. I've seen it many times. Especially under the chin there. All right. Fill it up so that it's a little bit domed, but not too much. Because I don't want it to come out of it. But I want to make sure that I don't have that sharpness on the feet. Although, just to let you know, a little heads up, my birthday's coming up soon, and Mother's Day was not too long ago. And my daughter, bless her heart, likes to give me a birthday present and Mother's Day present all in one if it's decent enough. And she's actually got me the Let's Resin sander coming. I haven't got it yet. It's after Mother's Day, but it's not quite my birthday. So there we go. Now I have this one here. I do have a little more resin. And with this, I just put a little more resin in there. I'm going to go a darker shade of this same color, like an opaque. There we go. I like this color. It's pretty. And a little bit more of the crushed crystal. Just a hair, just enough to have a little bit of shine to it, but not enough to make it go crazy. Not enough to make it so where you can see that it falls. Okay. That should be good. All nice and stirred. And we'll just pour it in here on this. Keep going. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing I did with that, where I'm going to run around the edges in case there's any trapped bubbles, which I just saw one come up, so I don't know where it came up from. There we go. And then under the edges here. There we go. Okay. I'll find something to do with this when I get a chance to do that. But until then, I will be back when this is completely cured. This is isopropyl alcohol, 91%. I just like to spray it a little bit in case there's any bubbles. It's demolding day. Let's see how these turned out. I'm dying to find out. We've got this big old paperweight that's a heart with that eye candy on the back side of it. Little tough getting out. I don't know if I think I've done this mold one time, and I've had it for a little bit. Let's see. Okay. We ready? I have to trim or take care of all that. It's a little sharp. That turned out gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Back it up a little bit. I'll lay that right there. Yeah, I think you can see it. Okay, let's go ahead and get this axolotl out. I'm hoping that a lot of them stayed in that the I'm hoping that they stayed together. There's no telling. Feet out first. Okay, let's get this tail out. Got to be careful because I think it's already ripping. Well, dang, this tail. I've got a few bubbles on the edges there, but I got to be careful. I don't want to hurt myself doing this because some of this can be really sharp. Okay, let's get those out of there. All right, I got them out of there. Look at how gorgeous that is. They just showed up so well. That one's coming apart a little bit, but not bad. There's no bubbles on the top where I've joined the two together. I don't see any bubbles whatsoever, except for maybe in his tail a little bit. But I can fix that. I can either use my deburring tool on the bottom here, or got something in the mail the other day. My daughter gave me this for Mother's Day and my birthday. My birthday comes up on the 24th of this month, May. So yeah, I got this. I am so excited. The whole kit and everything for it. I love it. I have to practice on it some more before I really use it. But look at those. Look at that. I think it turned out wonderful. Well, thank you so much for watching. I